Some folks have been asking in the comments on how to cook with lotus root. So of course, on the day that I decided to do a video on lotus root, the Chinese grocery store has the saddest, most brown of only 3 lotus roots in the bin available. You weren't my first choice, you were my only choice. When selecting your lotus root, you want it to pretty much be not this. Blemish, browned, and cracked. A healthy lotus root will pretty much look light and blemish free, kind of like this, but all over. But you know what? There is value on knowing what not to do. It comes in many different shapes. Most commonly, they are bulbous and adorable like this, but oftentimes they are long and slightly suspicious like this. Sometimes they'll come joined together like so, and you can just snap them off and take what you need. And to prepare it before you do any kind of cooking, it is always important to peel. Lotus root tends to grow in pretty muddy and mucky waters. Peeling it ensures that you're not contaminating whatever you're cooking it with. And you can see, even though we started out pretty brown and blemished, it peels beautifully. Same goes for this guy. Now, the way you prepare your lotus root depends on how you are going to cook it. These smaller ones are fantastic when sliced thin and fried like chips. Best done with the help of a super scary machine called a mandolin. Respect this because it craves your blood. And after that, all you gotta do is fry it like a potato chip. These things make great garnishes and are super, super crunchy. These smaller ones are also great for stir fries because it's easy to move them around in a wok. Just take your cleaver or your knife and just chop them down into same segments, much thicker than you would a chip because you want some crunch and substance to be in a stir-fried lotus root. Now, some lotus roots get to be as big as giant russet potatoes, and those ones are fantastic for braises and stews. They add a little bit of sweetness to anything that they're cooked with because they are naturally starchy and sweet. It's similar in texture to a water chestnut, just a nice, really refreshing crunch. And in fact, if you can't find any water chestnut, it makes a really good replacement for it. All you gotta do is just mince them up really small and work them into whatever you're gonna use a water chestnut for. I like putting these in my dumplings and meatballs because no matter how much you cook them, they won't get soft and mushy like taro or a potato would. They do a really good job of maintaining their crispy, firm crunch. Let's stir fry. If you're going to stir fry your lotus root, it is always helpful to give it a quick poach first. The water might turn purple as it is poaching. That's just the sap coming out of the lotus root. Don't worry about that, it's totally fine. Just a little bit of oil in your wok. Now you can stir fry it into any sauce that you have going on, or you can just toss it in your wok and add your sauce after the fact. In this case, we're gonna do a little bit of oyster sauce, some gochujang, light soy sauce, Chinese cooking wine, and some za'atar. It does not take that long to stir fry a side dish that can easily steal the whole show. Ooh, I need to write this recipe down.